the velocity not really showing much. I'm going to show that right now. I'm going to show the let's show the shear vision here, and yeah, it's not showing much at all. If I can get that on now. Yeah, it's kind of lagging behind, but you can see where those pockets of shear are the strongest, and kind of just around the Orient area. That's about where the tornado was spotted. So that's pretty close to where it was, but it's heading towards Spalding and maybe the Nevinville area, but it's going to be moving right across Highway 25 and heading on down just between Creston and Maxburg, I guess, is probably the path that this is going to be going on, that rotational element of that storm. So let's go back to this storm here. There's our Doppler warning. This is a very classic supercell, has the hail. I can show you that real quick where that hail is. It's generally on the north side there of the system. And let's see, yeah, right there in Orient. So that's the hail, and it's just kind of north of where the tornado maybe was, or very similar to where it was. And they kind of go hand in hand as they work on their way down through that system. So there's the big picture. You can see we have multiple cells out there, but the only one with a warning right now is this one right here in southern Adair County. And again, I'm going to put a motion on this just to see how it's tracking here. You can see it's moving off to the south a little bit there, so it's crossing into Union County right now. So again, you folks in Creston, batten down the hatches, get to the basement. That's the safest place to be. We can go over those rules. I think we have the camera pulled up on there as well. So always go to the lowest floor of your house, and of course, that is the safest place, away from windows, always away from windows. And you want to, interior stairwells are a good place. That's a safe place to be as well. And a small center room is also a good place to be, like a bathroom, has no windows. You have a lot of walls between you and the outdoors. That is the safest place to be in these areas. All right, back to the radar here, and it is southern Adair County crossing down into Union County. And so we will have to watch this as it moves off to the east-southeast right now, about 45 miles per hour, I expect. And it's mostly farmland. We got the Spalding area in this area. Let me stop that right now. So you folks in Spalding, you're definitely in the path of this tornado. Also north of Creston, crossing Highway 25 right now and moving off to the east. This potential very dangerous situation here. And again, it's not probably a large tornado, but what we've been seeing is those land spouts being reported. Let me check one more time. Tornado was observed again. Confirmed tornado located near Green Valley Lake, which is about 7 miles northwest of Creston, moving southeast at 55. So moving pretty good clip there, and it is moving off toward the. It is moving definitely off toward the Creston area. So you folks in Creston, especially at north side, take shelter immediately. It's 7 miles northwest of Creston, moving your way. So it is heading on down. So right in that little notch area is probably where we have the tornado is probably located in this area right here, and heading on down into the Creston area. So again, seek shelter immediately in these areas. I haven't seen recently if it's gotten larger than it was. We were reported several times land spouts, but I'm not sure now if it's gotten larger. It certainly could have gotten larger because sometimes they take on a life of their own. These storms, they can do that. They can create an environment favorable for themselves, just kind of a little micro scale environment. So again, we don't know yet. I haven't seen the size of the tornado, but it's definitely a dangerous situation. And this is for Union County now, crossing down into Union County. We still have some of the hail that's up to the north in Adair County, but I think that tornado now has crossed down to the south and has probably crossed the border, or the county line, I should say, and moved on into Adams County. Let me clear that screen off for you and zoom out just a little bit here. So it is still a tornado warning until 8 o'clock. We got 15 more minutes, and we've had a confirmation of a tornado at least a couple of times now from our storm reports, our storm spotters out there. So it's a dangerous situation in northern Union County right now, and it's moving off to the southeast at 55 miles per hour. I'm going to bop over and again take a look. No more new information coming in. Yep. And there might be a possible debris signature. That's pretty impressive. So I'm going to take a look. if I can see that with my this right here. So we're looking for that blue, and there might be a debris signature there. You can see north of Creston, there just might be in that blue, there may be some debris in that area. It's hard to say, but that would be where it would be right now. Just taking a closer look at that. Let's go back to Doppler radar and the situation with that warning. Okay, so we've got the situation here. The storm is crossing down into Union County. It looks like it's heading toward the Creston area. Tornado warning continues until 8 o'clock. We have had reports, multiple now reports of a tornado on the ground with this system. So it is the real deal right now, and it may have gotten larger since the first time we had a spotting. It was a very small kind of land-spouted tornado, but it looks like it may have gotten larger here because there may be some debris with that as well. So again, you folks in northern and northwestern Union County, take shelter immediately. It's heading into the Creston area right now. Cromwell, you're probably not going to see this. It's probably off to your north and east, but Afton, you would be in the path perhaps of this storm. The Lorimer area, perhaps Thayer, would also possibly be in the path of the storm if it continues its track to the southeast at 55 miles per hour. So let me zoom back out and show you. Let me save that real quick though. So we have multiple, here's the big setup here with all the radars going at the same time. And there's definitely some severe weather out to the east of us, or rather west of us, into Nebraska. But our only severe cell here is coming in right through central Iowa here. So you can see these are the warnings that are in place right now. And we have the only tornado warning right here with this cell coming right down into Creston right now. So watching it closely, not much has changed there. It still has that shape of a supercell and still has that pocket of rotation. I'll check out the shear here, and it takes a little while to load as it loads on up to now. Okay. Yeah, I kind of really lost it there. You really don't see anything now, which is a good sign, of course. We hope that it does go away, but not showing anything on our shear vision at this point. Okay, here's our warning again, and it still has a fairly strong inflow notch with that cell, and still a powerful supercell, but maybe not quite as bad as it once was. And I'll put on the base velocity here just to see if we can see the stronger rotation. It's just kind of a broad rotation really in that area. There's a pocket crossing the border there. You can see that bright red there where the 25 sign is south of Orient. That's a little brighter area there, but that's some strong outbound winds there. Yeah, so we're looking at a better situation hopefully in this area. Let's go back to the radar here and that warning. This warning is again until 8 o'clock, so we got another 11 minutes. We're going to ride this out. Hopefully this is our one and only warning. Can't guarantee that, but we were not supposed to have tornadoes, and I said during the newscast that it's always a possibility. You can never rule it out with conditions being what they are. We had a fairly warm day. This is a very organized supercell thunderstorm, so that potential is always there when you have, kind of marginal ingredients, and that's what we have today, kind of marginal. There's no watch out. We didn't expect tornadoes, but there's always that slight chance that something could develop. And again, we think that they're fairly small. They're called what we call, some land spouts sometimes. They're very, very small. Hopefully it stayed that way. I can't confirm that by looking at the radar, but it does look better right now on the radar. But we are still under that warning, and you folks in Creston, you are not out of the woods by any means. So you folks in Creston and north of Creston, stay in your shelters until the storm has passed completely, and we give you the all clear because we want to keep you safe tonight. That is the ultimate concern here and the goal. We want to keep everybody safe. So just take it as if it is a major tornado, even though it hopefully is not, but it is a tornado warning, and we've had several spottings of that tornado this evening. Some of them, like I said, very small, but still. So it is moving off to the southeast. I'll put a motion on that. You can kind of watch it moving off to the southeast. So off to the north, you guys, you're seeing some rain up there in Winterset. You're going to see more rain coming into Winterset and Madison County. but that's not severe. All the severe actions down here on the south side of the storm. It's a classic kind of supercell in a way. It just doesn't have all the ingredients to make a strong tornado, but it is definitely making a tornado at this time. So you folks in Creston, it is coming on in. Let me check the spotter wire, see if anything else has happened. The tornado warning continues. It was confirmed near the Green Lake, about 7 miles northwest of Creston. Okay, that was at 7:42. So that was the old message that we had. They're talking about a possible watch here for maybe southern, southwestern Iowa. The tornado warning, okay. They have just issued a severe thunderstorm warning and tornado possible. So what the National Weather Service is doing here is basically saying, yeah, we still have a severe thunderstorm that could produce a tornado. But they kind of feel the way I do, that this shouldn't probably produce tornadoes. And if it does, it'll be very, very brief. But you can see this new warning that's just been issued kind of extending that system off to the south. So it's going to continue to evolve and move off to the south. And hopefully as the sun sets, it's going to lose a little bit of energy. And if it loses a little bit of energy, it probably can't produce any more tornadoes, we hope. But this is the situation. That tornado warning goes for another 8 minutes. And then after that, we have a severe thunderstorm warning with the caption tornado possible underneath it. So there's a possibility it could still produce a tornado, but we are hopefully going to move on from this storm. At any rate, it's going to produce high winds and hail, and it could produce one of those land spouts again with this storm moving off to the southeast at 55 miles per hour. And apparently we got some hail video that has come in. Let's go ahead and show that. And that's from Fontenelle, kind of my old stomping grounds. At least my dad was from Fontenelle, and you can see that hail falling down there. I'm not sure if you can see the size. It's about 1/4 size hail. Can you see that, Joey? Can't. Yeah, I think our producer says it's about 1/4 sized hail, so 1 inch in diameter. So yeah, it looks like a pretty husky storm for sure. It's packing a punch, and definitely when you have large hail, that means you have strong updrafts, and strong updrafts help tornadoes form. So it all kind of goes hand in hand. When you have large hail, you have always that possibility really of a tornado, or at least a rotating wall cloud, and we've had all the above with this storm. And it may be cycling again. I'm kind of concerned looking at the radar that this storm may cycle itself and kind of get back into the tornado groove, perhaps even later on in the evening. So we're going to have to watch it. It's definitely one to watch for the next hour or so. But that tornado warning, again, goes for another 7 minutes. I haven't seen any more confirmed reports of tornadoes. Let me go ahead and go full screen here so I can take a look at a different monitor here. Thank you. We are going to take a look, and just taking a look, see if I got any more new information coming out, and it looks like no. It's just been those land spout tornadoes that have touched down. They've seen some debris and they've seen dust, and it's definitely touched the ground. So it is definitely a tornado. That's all it takes. So you can see the Creston area right now getting hit with this storm, and we hope everything is fine with that. Gusty winds. The hail appears to be north of Creston right now. So that's going to be more up to the north, and I don't see any real communities up there, but Rhea Road, I guess, in that area, just north of Rhea Road. This storm, again, is moving off to the southeast, and it's going to heading to the Afton area. You're likely to get hit pretty hard. Lorimer, Thayer, all to get hit pretty hard. And it's going to head on down toward Highway 34 with hail and high winds, and the possibility of a tornado will continue even after that tornado warning has expired with this storm. So I'm going to stay with it a little bit longer here until it gets past the Creston area or so, one of the larger communities there in Union County. So we are watching this storm, and the reason I'm kind of concerned is it's kind of taking on that shape again, and I'm just going to show you here with the drawing. This area here is getting more well-defined in there, that inflow notch area. And it's kind of a sharper edge right there. It kind of always concerns me when it starts to build back up into a sharp edge. It's not quite there yet, but if it did get that sharp gradient going, then you know you have a really steep supercell there, and you have strong updrafts and just a strong wind environment within that cell. But right now it's not quite as bad as it once was, I guess. So that is some good news with this cell. Let me clear that off and zoom back out. Again, for the big picture here, there's the big picture, and we've got several cells out there in Nebraska that are severe, but we only have one here in Iowa, and that's the one we're worried about. You folks in Carroll have had some showers and thunderstorms. Nothing severe expected up there. We could have some hail, though. The further south you go, the more likely these cells will be severe. Better moisture, better, we call potential energy. So that is what's going to be happening through the evening is southern, southwestern Iowa will have that potential for severe weather. And I know they were talking about a potential watch with this, so I'm going to take a look and see if that's coming out. I think there was a chance of a watch for southwestern, south central Iowa. They're saying a 40% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch right now, so we'll see. But they're thinking it won't be necessary. This is the people from the Storm Prediction Center, and they are in Norman, Oklahoma. They issue the watches, and they are the experts, so-called experts, and they say that we probably don't even need a watch, but we'll see how that goes. But definitely some severe weather across southern Iowa this evening, and this cell is definitely packing a punch still, although it's weakened somewhat. Again, moving into Creston, it's going to be coming into Highway 34. The Afton area is looking at the next hit here. And again, that warning goes until 8 o'clock, and then we're going to do a reset, and we will watch it very closely here. But I'm going to stick with it till at least 8 o'clock and make sure the spotters don't see another landspout or another tornado, because we want to keep you guys safe out there in Union County. And they did expire that tornado warning, so they've officially expired it. So that is where we're at right now. We are going to go ahead and send you back to your programming, and that'd be on Local 5 and also on KCW Channel 23. We will be back on the air as needed. We don't want to interrupt your programming, but we will keep you safe here at Local 5. So stay with us for the latest weather information.